So I know Joe, he was supposed to do this interview, but there is no way that I would let him be. Being that you took me under your wing as my mentor and calling me your protege, it is such an honor to have South Carolina's official First Lady of Song, Loretta Holloway, here with me. And I just want to talk about the industry. I want to talk about your CD quietly. I want to talk about where you've come from starting your career to now, how you feel about the industry, how it's shaped from then to now. Just have a talk. Let's talk about it.
Well, first of all, I'm honored to be your mentor.
Yes, I'm honored.
And I never have been addressed as a mentor before. I've had mentors, Skip Pearson, the late Skip Pearson, who was South Carolina's official jazz ambassador, took me under his wing and taught me jazz. Because when he first heard me, I was singing rhythm and blues. I was doing Gladys Knight, who was popular at that as I was coming into Claflin. I graduated from Claflin University. Didn't know what I was going to do, but I discovered this voice along the way. And Skip Pearson said, "Your voice is more suited to jazz." So he introduced me to Ella Fitzgerald and Billie Holiday.
Right.
And my early influence, really, as far as a vocalist and stylist, was Nancy Wilson. So I would take, kind of borrow some of her inflections and everything, and people could tell that I had that Nancy Wilson influence. And I think one of the greatest compliments I ever had was when someone said, "You know who you sound like? You sound like Loretta Holloway." So you know you have arrived when you have your own sound.
Right.
That takes some doing. It takes getting out in front of the audience as you're doing.
Right.
The more you do it, the more you discover who Sadasia is.
Right.
I discovered, how to recover from faux pas. I discovered how to recover from a word that I forgot.
Right.
Yeah, I can make up words in a minute. And I say, does it rhyme? I don't know. Thank goodness that I have a sense of humor, because that's a saving grace. It really is on stage. But the more you get on stage and the more you entertain in front of people, the better you become at anything, especially working your craft. And Nancy Wilson, I was always influenced by her class. I loved her class, the way she pronounced words, the intelligence. Intelligence in a song means a lot to me.
Right.
And that's what I really find a little off-key in today's music. That there is really, sometimes I don't even want to call it music. I can't dignify it in a way by calling it music.
Right.
We've come so far, and there's no reeling things back now. There is nothing that is left to the imagination. Nothing! That's left to the imagination in a lyric.
Storytelling.
Yes, right. And I don't know. That's why I will always be drawn towards songs that have a deep meaning. Like when JusJo brought me "That Lady," it resonated within me. All the planes and all the trains. I've been so many places. I met so many faces.
Right.
And that has been a reflection of my life, because I have been fortunate enough to travel from Belton, South Carolina to Shanghai, China, to a Royal Command performance for Queen Elizabeth, to Santiago, Chile. And you never, ever, ever know who is in your audience.
That is true.
You never know who is in your audience. And I learned that I was appearing opposite a gentleman in Las Vegas, and he was a well-known star, but he was on the decline. People were just, his career was not at the pinnacle anymore. And he made the people who did come to see him, he made them feel like, why did you waste your money to come see me or time? And I learned from that, again, watching someone and how they treat an audience, how they interact with an audience. I learned from him that my responsibility is not to the ones who did not show up. But my responsibility is to the audience who did.
Yeah.
Whether it's one person or 100,000 people.
Absolutely.
Because you can never tell. You never know who is sitting in your audience and taking notes and going, you know, she would be perfect for the movie. She would be perfect for my next music project or what you know. You know, and as you are experiencing now, you know. So, and that is great to see because I've had so many opportunities. That's how I got to sing for Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip, or go to London before I ever saw my name on the marquee of Las Vegas.
Wow.
You know, and but today's music. Well, getting back to this is Quietly, by the way. Loretta Holloway, Quietly. 17 songs, more than you know.
Beautiful.
You know, this stands the test of time. And this came as a result of, I had 3 opportunities or 3 situations of the recording. It wasn't really a recording contract, but major money was being put behind a situation. And they all fell apart. Either the person disappeared or the money disappeared. And I said, once before I die, I want to see my face on the cover of a CD if I have to produce it myself.
Yeah.
And so that's exactly what we did. We went into the studio after I would do 2 shows a night in Las Vegas. And I wanted to get that kind of a raspy, not a tiredness, but a raspy feeling to the voice. So I came directly from entertaining at my shows in Las Vegas to the recording studio, and there's just piano and voice, not just. It's beautiful acoustic piano.
Yes.
I did not want anything electronic on here. We have live strings. I have a live bass player who bowed on Strange Fruit, which is a Billie Holiday song, and Bobby Schiff played all of the acoustic piano arrangements.
Okay.
And I just chose some songs that people had requested of me over the years, songs that meant a lot to me, such as Old Man River. I'll tell you what happened one night, Old Man River, they were playing Stomp the Singer. You know, how many songs do you know? I bet you don't know this song, I bet you don't know this song. And somebody said, sing Old Man River. Well, I knew the verse for some reason. There's an old man called the Mississippi. That's the old man that I'd like to be. What does he care if this world's got trouble? What does he care if this land ain't free? Old Man River. When I finished that song, there was something that just shot through me. It was a spirit.
Wow.
And I knew that I had to record it. And a lot of these songs on here are very, very dear to me, such as If I Could, I'd protect you from the sadness in your eyes. I dedicated that to my mother and father. That if I could, I would have come before you to shield you from your pain. A song for you, well, I've been so many places in my life and time.
You have.
And I have. You know, and I still have miles to go before I sleep.
Absolutely.
But this CD saved my life, literally. And I remember when I first got the first 1,000, and we sat down on the floor, and I cried because it was an accomplishment. You know, it was an accomplishment. And it was something I could physically have in my hand that we had definitely put together and accomplished.
Right.
It was disappointment. Yes, you get very disappointed along the way. You get disappointed in perhaps trusting wrong, not the right people, or placing too much trust in people who won't do right by you, or make promises that they cannot keep.
Right.
And fortunately, I have never been approached in a fashion that somebody would say, oh, I can make you a star if. It's all the way that you carry yourself.
Right.
Maybe I just wasn't their type. I don't know. Which is fine. Fine by me. Because whatever I did, I accomplished it on my own talent. I accomplished it on my talent and not on anything else.
Right.
You understand? I won't go any further.
I understand. I understand.
But guess who guess who I saw today? Yeah, is on here as well. That is a Nancy Wilson song. But 17 songs, just they will stand the test of time. I've had people who have written to me and they said, your CD was in my father's player when he passed, or you brought me through my cancer.
Wow.
I never listened to a lyric until I heard you sing this song, because I always put Loretta into a song. I always get into a lyric. That's why one critic called me a singing actress, because I use the lyric as my dialogue. That's why sometimes I will speak a word rather than sing everything, you know.
Right.
But you speak a word, and sometimes they whisper. See?
It draws you in, yeah.
It does. It draws you in because they're going, what did they say? Oh, it can be very penetrating.
Right.
You know. But I'm very proud of Loretta Holloway, quietly, and thankfully to JusJo Williams Jr. We're going to be getting this out on all the music platforms, which it never enjoyed when it was first released.
Right.
You know, and this was it was a few years ago. And so, but I'm thankful that lady was released in 2022.
Yeah.
Thanks to the both of you, Sadeja and JusJo Williams. And then a song that I wrote that I've had in me for a long time called Feels Like Love Again. It was the end of summer.
Yes.
The very last day. The sun was a burning ember in his eye. See, I love stories, you know. And it was a partially true situation. Not all of it was true. I have an active imagination, you know.
Right.
But I do love songs that have a storyline to it.
Absolutely.
So, but to be a mentor it's quite an honor. It really is, that someone would want to take a suggestion, or that I have lived a full life. I've lived a wonderful life. If I never, but I will. There's a song called If I Never Sing Another Song, I Take Another Bow, it wouldn't bother me, you know my name. But I got a lot of songs left in me, and a lot of living to do.
Yes.
A lot of miles to go before I sleep. A lot of miles to go before I sleep. So,
Oh, yeah.
and I thank you, Sadeja, and JusJo Williams, you know, for finding me again and getting me out of my little stupor and coming to my rescue.
Well, we thank you for allowing us to do so. It truly is an honor to work with you. It is, really.
Thank you.
It is.
Thank you.
It is.
Likewise, because, you know, I see so much growth in you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And we're working on some other things to grow as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you can always, you never get arrived to a place where you can't learn something new.
Absolutely.
When you do that, you can forget about it. You know. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, before we go any further,
Yes.
I want the people to check you out in this video right here.
Imagine, if you will, that there's a lady who has been busying herself all day. Busy, 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 busy. As only we ladies can be. You see, the table is set for two. The champagne is chilled. She's been waiting. She hasn't been dusting. Not my job. She's been waiting and waiting. And finally there's a knock at the door. And the door opens. And there he stands. The man of her dreams. You're so late getting home from the office. Did you miss your train? Oh, you got caught in the rain. No, don't bother. Don't bother to explain. Can I fix you a quick martini? As a matter of fact, I think I'll have one with you. For to tell you the truth, I've had quite a day too. Guess who I saw today, my dear? Oh, I went in town to shop around for something new. Thought I'd grab a bite to eat when I was through. I looked around for some place that was near. And it occurred to me where I had parked the car. I saw this most attractive French cafe and bar. It really wasn't very far. The waiter showed me to this dark, secluded corner. And when my eyes became accustomed to the gloom, I saw two people at the bar. Oh, they were so much in love. I mean, even I could see it. Clear across the room. Guess who I saw today, my dear? I've never been so shocked before. I headed blindly for the door, but they didn't see me. They didn't even see me passing through. Guess who I saw today? Take one guess. Who I saw today? Guess who I saw today? I saw you.
Wow. What a song. I mean, I'm just blown away by how you take lyrics and you make it your own and you put your whole spirit into the lyrics, into the song, and you have a beautiful voice. You do.
Well, thank
beautiful.
you. Thank you.
Beautiful. Like they said, a singing actress, that's for
a
sure.
singing actress. But you know, it's think I use my hands a lot because I think in another life I was a ballerina because I'm very fluid from the waist up. From the feet, the waist down, I've got no rhythm. You know, I've got rhythm, not much rhythm. But I love songs that I can flow to, you know. But yeah, I'm very fluid when it comes to my hands. They're very expressive, and that's another thing is that I've had 3 mentors in my life. One was Skip Pearson, who taught me the music. Another was Julius Johnson. Julius Johnson was from Los Angeles. Julius was a gorgeous, gorgeous man. And the first time we met, he came. I was singing in this little club in Los Angeles, and I had at the time had a husband, and so we had gotten into an argument or something, and I was crying, and Julius came into my dressing room and he said, "This ain't no time to be a woman now." And I'm going, and he was gorgeous.
Wow.
"This ain't no time to be a woman now." That's the name of the song right there. So I fluffed up and got back out there on that stage, you know, and we became friends. He could sum up the whole world to me in a few words. He was very theatrical. He was very animated. Just absolutely a beautiful soul. And his name was Julius Johnson. He could sum up the world for me. There was something that happened where I had, I think, about 14 weeks at one hotel, and something happened, and they cut it down to like 4 or 7. And I was telling him, man, they are, you know, the music industry again. They did me wrong. He said, "Well, maybe all you need is 4." And I went, "Oh, okay. Maybe all I need is 4." But he would say things like that to me.
Different perspective.
Right, a whole different perspective. And so, I don't know, it's just, today, did we talk about the music industry now as opposed to yesterday? And
well,
you know,
how do you feel about the music industry?
I don't, and I am telling you, I'm not going. I know certain songs to do and certain songs to stay away from. I know certain songs that I won't even. There's a whole new way of singing now. It's entirely different. The phrasing, the way they bend the voices, the head tones. It's an entirely different way of singing.
Yeah.
Not even to mention rap, which I won't. And so I just can't. It's so repetitious. And as I said before, some things I can't even dignify by calling them music.
Right.
Yeah, because it's so far out there. And we'll never get it back. We'll never. But I can't say never. There are some, Gregory Porter.
Yes.
It's wonderful. Wow. There's another young lady who is pure jazz. She just won 2 Grammys. Sedasia. I mean, well, that's right. Freudian. That's Sedasia. Hello. 2 Grammys. Hey.
Samara Joy.
Yeah, that's right. Samara Joy. And she started on TikTok.
Yeah.
Singing Ella Fitzgerald things.
Yep.
So you're being true. She's being true to who she is. And she stayed the course. And that's very wonderful to see. Oh, I love Rochelle Farrell. Whoa. Now you're talking about a range.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has quite a range. But they're far and few between. But there are some. And I like to think that I'm among those as well.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So we're going to keep cranking out these good music And for the whole world to hear and see and get a hold of Loretta Holloway, Quietly.
Yes.
I've got More Than You Know, The Way He Makes Me Feel, I Can't Make You Love Me, Strange Fruit, Old Man River is, and which I understand I'm one of very few women to have done Old Man River. I love doing male versions of songs and putting a female twist or touch to it. And Love Don't Need a Reason. Yeah. Angel Eyes. At 17, I learned the truth at 17 that love was meant for beauty queens. The high school girl with clear skin smiles who married young and then retired.
Wow.
That's a Janice Ian song. That song spoke to me. The brown-eyed girl in hand-me-downs, whose name I never could pronounce, said, "Pity please the ones who serve. They only get what they deserve." Yes, I remember 17.
I love the vulnerability in your voice and the candidness in the CD, the stripped down, like you said, quietly. How your take on all these songs and just like you said, the piano and the voice. It is a true power, that the combination that you created on the CD. It is beautiful.
Well, I have to thank Bobby Schiff too, because he's so tasteful. And a wonderful pianist will give and take. They know when to give you and when to lay out and when to give, when to lead. You know, his quality of work is just spectacular. And this was a gift he did for me.
Wow.
Really, this was a gift. We recorded this at Powerhouse Studios in Las Vegas. Paul Badia, good old Paul Badia, he is no longer with us, but yeah, this was a labor of love, and as I said, it saved my life, and it's going to be around for the world to listen and enjoy. Yes. More Than You Know.
Yes. We are wrapping this conversation up, and I told Joe, I said, there's no way I'm letting him do this interview with you.
Right.
I wanted to be the one to do it, but I just want you to tell me and tell the world, if there's one thing that you want to leave with us, one thing that you want to tell everybody, what would it be?
We have to be kinder to each other. We're entering a world that we have never experienced before.
Yes.
And I think seeing what COVID did to us and the world, and we have to be kinder to each other, and we have to be kinder to ourselves. I learned a lot about myself too during the COVID situation.
Right.
Because my first book, I wrote my first book, and I vowed that I was going to get, and it's called Inside Loretta, which is also available on Amazon and Barnes and Noble. But it was something that was in me for a long time, and I vowed to myself that I was going to get it published, which and so now I have the name author to my name, to one of my credits. So I'm glad that I got that. It's a combination of short stories of my life, my memories of my mother and father, my first puppy that I had, you know, and short one-line revelations I call Loretta-isms. I'll give you a sample. Like, there is a difference between a helpmate, a soulmate, and someone you tolerate.
That is true.
Which camera do I look in? Okay. Let's see. I am leery of a man who cannot cry. Yet I am leery of a man who can cry at will. For if a man can cry at will, then I am leery of the validity of his tears.
Wow. That is powerful.
Yeah, I've met him too. And I've met this one. The greatest feeling I've ever felt was to look at you and feel nothing. And on that note,
And I'm telling you.
and I am telling you. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for this time.
Thank you. Thank you for your time, and thank you so much for taking me under your wing again. I appreciate you. I love you, and I can't wait to see what comes more from you. Like you said, you have way more in
Oh my
you.
goodness,
way
yes.
more.
We got miles to go.
We do.
We do.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We got that 2 Grammys coming, and
Yeah.
I've got 16 coming.
There you go.
There we go.
Well, we are coming to the end of this conversation with South Carolina's official First Lady of Song, Loretta Holloway. Thank you so much for being here. And there is so much that we could say more. But I want you to listen to this one last song. Until next time, bye-bye.
And there will be a next time.
Yes, ma'am, there will be.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Let me tell you something that took me a whole lifetime to learn. Hey, lady, you lady, you've been cursing at your life. You're a discontented mother. You're a regimented wife. I've no doubt you dream about these things that you will never do. But I wish someone had talked to me then, like I'm gonna talk to you. I've been to Georgia, California, anywhere I could run. I took the hand of a tender man, and we made sweet love in the sun. But I ran out of places and friendly faces, because I had to be free. I've been to paradise, but I've never been to me. Hey, lady, yes, you lady, now please don't turn away, because I have a need to tell you why I'm still all alone today. I can see so much of me. It's living there, it's in your eyes. Won't you share a part of a weary heart? God knows I've lived a million lives, but I've been to Nice and the Isles of Greece. I've sipped champagne on a yacht. I moved like Harlow through Monte Carlo, and I show them all what I've got. I was undressed by kings, and I've seen things you know a woman just ain't supposed to see. Well, I've been to paradise, but I've never been to me. Sometimes I've been to crying for this little unborn child. She might have made me complete, but I took this life, and I never knew then that I would be bitter from all the sweet. I've spent my life exploring all the subtle whoring, because too much to be free. Hey, lady,